In Coronation Street, Debbie Webster has found herself in prison, and the last thing she wants is trouble with a fellow inmate. Sadly, that's exactly what awaits her. The much-loved character ended up behind bars after admitting responsibility for the crash that caused the death of Billy Mayhew, played by Daniel Brocklebank. Earlier in January, Carl Webster, portrayed by Jonathan Howard, sped recklessly away from Debbie's wedding venue while she sat beside him in the passenger seat, unaware of a huge truth about their family connection. After losing control and crashing, Carl switched seats and put Debbie in the driver's position. Because she is living with dementia, she struggled to remember the events clearly and couldn't be sure whether she had actually been driving. Eventually, Debbie confessed and was sent to prison. While trying to cope with life inside, she encounters Lou Michaelis, played by Farrell Hegarty, a former Weatherfield resident serving time for attacking Gary Windis, portrayed by Mikey North. In upcoming scenes, Debbie ends up explaining her circumstances to Lou after accidentally calling her by the wrong name. As they talk about Debbie's dementia, it becomes obvious that another inmate, Paula, recognizes her. Lou warns that Paula is dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Before leaving, Paula reminds Debbie that she once had her banned from a hotel, making their tense history clear. Later in the week, Debbie is keeping to herself when Paula suddenly storms into her cell. Shocked by the intrusion, Debbie is taken aback when Paula breaks down in tears, revealing that her boyfriend has left her and is currently imprisoned for aggravated burglary. The character is played by Kelly Hollis, known to viewers of Emmerdale. Debbie attempts to comfort her, but could this be a dangerous mistake? Should she keep her distance, just as Lou advised? Actress Sue Devaney recently explained why Debbie accepted blame for Carl's actions. She said the character is overwhelmed with guilt over everything Carl has endured, especially after learning how difficult his upbringing was. Debbie believes his troubled nature is partly her responsibility because she wasn't there to raise him. The weight of that guilt, shame, and regret drives her to take the punishment herself, convinced that his behavior is ultimately her fault. In Coronation Street, Mal is set to alarm Bernie Winter Allahan even further as his behavior grows increasingly unsettling. Bernie already regrets the night she spent in a hotel taking drugs with Mal last month, and things only became more uncomfortable when he later appeared in Weatherfield. Despite originally suggesting he would leave once his work was finished, he instead begins making persistent efforts to stay close to her. Upcoming scenes airing on Friday, 20th of February, will see the situation escalate. After repeatedly trying to win her over by pretending they share an interest in crystals, Mal takes things a step further and directly invites Bernie to spend time alone with him at his flat. Bernie has no interest in him and remains committed to her marriage with Dev Allahan. However, she worries about rejecting Mal too firmly in case he reacts badly or reveals details about their night together. If he refuses to accept her rejection, she may find it difficult to get rid of him altogether. Sources close to the show say this marks a deeply unsettling turning point for Bernie. She has repeatedly made it clear she wants nothing romantic with Mal and wishes he would leave her alone. What once seemed like awkward attempts to impress her now appear far more troubling, raising fears that he could become a serious threat. When the storyline was first revealed, producer Kate Brooks explained that Bernie's emotional journey will take a complicated and intense turn, particularly as she struggles with the aftermath of Billy Mayhew's death. The long-building pressure eventually erupts, bringing significant consequences. Rather than a simple resolution, the story explores darker, more complex territory, revealing a side of Bernie that viewers have never seen before. A major upcoming flash-forward episode of Coronation Street has reportedly leaked early, and it may have revealed clues about a shocking death storyline. Fans were stunned after discovering that Monday's special episode, which launches a brand new mystery involving a fatality, briefly appeared online in full on YouTube the night before. Although details from the leak haven't officially been confirmed ahead of the broadcast, previously released preview information has already hinted at what viewers can expect. The storyline jumps forward to April, where Betsy Swain discovers a lifeless body. 5 possible victims are said to be at the center of the mystery, with the coming weeks filled with clues and hints leading to the eventual reveal. Even though the leaked episode has since been removed from YouTube, speculation is already spreading, including discussion of the 5 potential victims. Fans are being warned to tread carefully on social media and online forums over the weekend to avoid major spoilers. The show's broadcaster ITV has not commented publicly on the leak, despite being contacted for a response. Speaking earlier about the ambitious episode, producer Kate Brooks explained that the storyline has been planned for a long time and acts as a key turning point for multiple ongoing plots. She described it as a major convergence point where several big story threads collide into one dramatic event. According to Brooks, viewers will be taken on a mystery-filled journey to uncover the identity of the body and the circumstances that led to the death, exploring who the person was, what happened to them, and how everything connects. She also hinted that the scale of the story is unusually large, involving numerous groups of characters and packed with unexpected twists designed to keep audiences guessing at every stage. And for anyone drawing comparisons with EastEnders, which aired its own flash-forward storyline on New Year's Day, Brooks insisted the team has been developing this plot for quite some time. One major difference, she revealed, is that viewers won't have to wait long to see events catch up. The timeline will reach the flash-forward moment in just 2 months, rather than a full year. In Coronation Street, actress Beth Nixon has spoken about the complicated mindset of her character Megan Walsh and what she believes could ultimately lead to Megan's downfall. Megan first appeared late last year as the sports coach of Will Driscoll, played by Lucas Hodgson Whale. To Will's family, she comes across as caring and dedicated, someone genuinely committed to helping young people succeed. However, Will secretly sees Megan as his girlfriend, and she is now pregnant with his child. The teenager has no awareness that he is being manipulated and abused, and instead enjoys keeping his relationship with an older woman hidden from those around him. Things began to shift when Sam Blakeman, portrayed by Jude Riordan, started questioning the nature of Megan's relationship with Will. Megan quickly confronted him, attempting to intimidate and convince him that nobody would believe him if he spoke out. Although this suggests her situation may be starting to fall apart, Megan herself refuses to see it that way. According to Beth Nixon, the character genuinely believes she is doing nothing wrong. When Megan interacts with others, including Daniel Osborne, her behavior feels completely sincere from her own perspective. Nixon explained that portraying Megan requires total conviction, even though the storyline explores deeply uncomfortable territory. She said the character justifies everything she does, fully believing her actions are acceptable despite how disturbing they may appear to others. The actress also revealed that Megan's personality traits may be what eventually destroy her. Her intelligence and confidence, combined with her strong sense of superiority, make her believe she can outsmart everyone. She would rather keep lying and fighting than admit defeat. While the thought of prison frightens Megan, Nixon believes her arrogance would ultimately prevent her from escaping the consequences. Megan is convinced she can manipulate everyone around her, and that belief may be exactly what leads to her undoing. Even so, Megan is not entirely without emotion. She is capable of feeling guilt and empathy, but she quickly suppresses those feelings because they interfere with what she wants. In the end, her own desires always take priority, revealing a deeply narcissistic personality that drives everything she does. Coronation Street is broadcast on weekday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.